Hi beautiful souls, this is a reading with the pickup card. I've just been picked from my deck, from the intuition card, 2 cards. So this is a general reading, but I hope that may resonate with you. So all you need to do is just to pick a card and see what's happening with you with work. So the precise question is, what is going to happen with my career? Okay, so for the one who chose pile number 1, I'm going to make a reading right now. So this is the overall energy, and I'm using the Major Arcana. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and we also have the Devil in reverse. We have the Sun in reverse. Let me shuffle just a little bit more. Other 2 cards, okay? We have the Lovers in reverse. Wow. And then we have the High Priest upright. Okay. So the situation is kind of deceiving actually, because I see many contrasted energies. Let's start from the positive energies. I hope you see all the cards in here. Okay. So with this Wheel of Fortune, it means, first of all, debts, huge debts, and you ignoring the changes or the signals. With Lovers in reverse, it means betrayal. So somebody is making you making you pass very bad times actually. And also with the Sun in reverse, it means delay, dimmed light. So I don't see a very positive. I know that the message, maybe you were, hoping for something good, and we also see other cards, by the way, but those are the general cards in the opening. So as I say, in this Wheel of Fortune, big debts, this one actually in reverse is positive, because it means that you're letting go of something. So probably you are moving on away from this situation. So you're finding a resolution in here, even though you still don't have the light inside of you. So maybe this card is talking about being not having a clear position. So, and also with Lovers, it means maybe a resignation. I'm showing you in reverse. It means resignation. It means maybe you're resigning from this job, you're leaving this job position, or maybe you should just leave this position, or thinking at least about it, because I see betrayal in here, and believe me, it's much more worse with this card reverse than this one, because this one has much more positive meaning. But you know deep inside what to do. Like the High Priest, it means that you are really centered with your feminine energy actually, so that you have a higher calling. It's about knowledge. So it means that you already have all the information about this situation in order to maybe understand what's lying underneath the surface. Okay, so actually you are seeing deception, are seeing many trickery. You're ignoring something, but you already know it actually. With this higher knowledge that you have inside of yourself, you are very sensitive about the situation and everything in general. So you kind of know what's happening in here. Okay, so let me see other 5 cards that can clarify the situation a little bit more. What about the clarification for this job position and situation? What's happening? What's happening? Okay, we have the Empress. We have the Empress. We have the Hanged Man. Okay. We have the Hermit in the upright, while the Hanged Man is in reverse, actually. And then let me see the other two cards. Okay. What about the Lovers in reverse? Death card. Okay, very good. What about the High Priest for this reading about job? We have the Emperor. Okay. At the back of the deck, we have the Magician. Okay. So I will keep it as an overall energy, actually. And yes, what can I say? This Wheel of Fortune usually is for the growing, so maybe for going on with your career, and in this moment is really stopped. So it's like you're out of luck, actually. You're ignoring changes and you're in debt. But actually in the inside, it means that you, in a way that you are very abundant, but maybe you are creative. So I guess that you do not believe that creativity can pay you off, okay? So maybe this is the point where you are blocked because you have all the resources inside of you with the higher self, knowing that you can be very balanced actually in your actions, that you are really connected with the artistical things around you and within your soul, but you are stuck kind of ignoring the artistical point of view that is in you. So maybe you are stuck because you are refusing to choose this path or just to go on and seed this path, okay? About the Devil card and the letting go of something. So forgiveness, letting go, get rid of something else. So this is in a positive position, actually. So with the Hanged Man in reverse, it means that you are kind of self-centered. So, I mean, too self-absorbed, okay? So you really need to slow down. This is the advice in here. So maybe all this situation is talking about slowing down just a little bit. So take your time because you need a change in your perspective, okay? So actually this card is talking about a sort of detox for me. So it's talking about changing the position to allow all the fluids, okay, coming to your head, passing through your veins and come up to your head where clarity is needed. Also because in here, it means that you're stopping your intuition and maybe you're too stuck and stagnant with heavy thoughts, okay? So that are confusing you. Maybe you're too in a hurry, so you're making very hasty decisions about something and you do not see the proper way to go out from this situation. So in reverse, actually also in the upright, it means to slow down and not to be to overthink, okay, about situations, because if you're thinking too much of things, you're not letting in your intuitions, your inner guides, and in this way it is the only way in which you can just let go of something that is blocking you, because you have the Empress. It's a very beautiful card, actually. It's just about the mindset, it's about the internal world. It's giving you many advice to follow your abundance, your natural skills about art from an artistical point of view. We have the Sun in reverse, and the Sun in reverse means a delay, okay? So a cycle that where you want to shine, but on the contrary, in here, you don't see the enlightenment that is meant to come to you, okay? To come on your way. So there is the Sun, but is obscured in this moment for your career. So actually it means that you are not seeing something properly, but you know it because you have it inside of you with a high priest, but you don't seem to want to shine for this moment. You prefer to stay in a sort of bad luck, doomy situation. But as a clarification of this card, we have the Hermit. That is a very, very positive card, okay? Just let me show you. The Hermit is a very old man, okay? He's a very wise man. It's the wise man. So it also have this lantern for bringing the light, so it's strictly connected. So you have this opposition card. They're very, I see in this situation, you don't want the light because you're opposing yourself to the light, you are delaying something, but inside of you there is a much stronger point of view that is working for you. So your resource is to be wise, to take your time, maybe to reflect a little more, because if you reflect and you stop by, you slow down, you know that deep inside you have all the resources, okay? You have the Empress energy, you have the Hangman also energies, okay? Even though you're too self-absorbed, you know what's within you, what is happening. You are full of resources and you already have all the instrument inside of you that can bring you out from this doomy situation, because the sun is meant to come, okay? Also, I really connect this card with the Magician, even though it's a very young person in here, because the Magician is about alchemy. So again, it's a sort of intuitive card that is talking about being the master and take the mastery of your instruments, okay? So it's a sort of artisan that can decide which tools to use in every situation and occasion. And he's the one who is connecting between a very mental and point of view, so from the sky and to the ground. So is the one who, by using alchemy, is materializing, is starting to make some actions, more favorable action is in its own direction, in order to get straight to the point, is starting to move something, okay? It's number one, so it's after the full card, so it means that you already have started your path, even though you are at the beginning, but you have some kind of mastery of the mind, you have the willpower, okay, of the situation, and also you already have it inside, because this is a path that has already started, okay? So it's a long travel, it's a long journey, is a sort of wanderer, a wanderer that can reach the highest mountain with its own forces, and is very strong in a way that his strength is wisdom, okay? His knowledge is a sort of mastery of his own mind, thoughts and feelings, especially is connecting, I think, with knowledge and the mindset that you have inside of you. With this Lovers card, in reverse, actually, is the clarification is the Death card. So the Death card actually is a very beautiful card, I think. It's about changing position, changing perspective, as we saw already with the Hanged Man. But in here, you are refusing these changes because you're not meant to stay in the detox position in order to allow all the liquids to flow away and not to spoil your corp, your thoughts, okay? So in this card, by the way, we have another condition about the Death card. So it's the end of a cycle. You see, we are talking about archery in this card. And if you look closely, this is a skeleton. So it's really, it does have no meat on the bone. So it's getting straight to the point, okay? To the point of no return, because the Death card is talking about something that was in a way and it cannot rest, it cannot stay that way. It's not meant to stay in that way, okay? In the way you know things. So it's goes straight to the point, goes straight to the basics, to the essential, in order to just use this arrow. But as you are using the arch, you're just taking the cord back. So it's like making a step back and push away all the old thoughts in order to restart and start again for a new circle of life. So even though there is betrayal, you know that it is really necessary to make a step back, to reflect a little more, to get into the introspection, very feminine, very wise energies in here, okay? And also at the end of the deck, we have the High Priest, so that is really connected to the moon power, is really connected with the intuition, the higher knowledge. Maybe there is a sort of calling regarding this job. You know that you are meant to, I don't know, start maybe something related to art, because you have the Empress too, okay? So starting to not change maybe what you're doing and your position, but maybe to flow and to flourish what's within you, or already in you, okay? Because if you have this kind of artistical taste, it means that you can put also these kind of skills into the current position or current situation that you have at work, okay? Just remember that you have all the tools necessary to do whatever it takes, okay? So you know your means, you know your strength, you're very introspective, you already started a path with this card here, and you know that there are some changes. Even though, if you can see the card, okay, the wise man in this moment probably is looking at the Hanged Man, you see? So he's still in a sort of long path and is not facing death still, okay? He knows that he has to watch and to see the proper things, that no turning point, but he's taking his time, okay? So all this reading is very long-term reading. So, and then we have the Emperor, and then we have the Emperor and the Empress. So the meaning of it is that you are really balanced with your means, because this one is about creativity, it's about arts, it's about abundance, fertility, pregnancy also. I mean, the pregnancy, for example, of an idea, of a new role for yourself, okay? And this one means that you are really in control. I mean, you are a leader, okay? You are leading your path. You are very self-sufficient, self-centered. You know your way, you know what to do, you know your instrument, and it is very natural for you to go to your point, okay, to your aim, to a higher aim maybe. And the Emperor also is a person, you see, I see very wise man in here, because all the masculine figures and the feminine that we have in here and in here are very wise and old, but they are not facing each other, okay? It seems like they're going into opposite situations. So one is looking right here and the other one, this one is going to a mountain with a very long path, and the other one, it's a faster energy, and it goes straight to the point. So they're not facing each other, but both of them are very necessary if we want to succeed, if you want to succeed in this job and in this position. So I see that maybe you could make a change in your career, in your work position actually, but you already know your means. And yeah, actually this is not that bad, because we have 3 cards in reverse. this one is not considered reverse because it has a better meaning in reverse than in the upright. And so letting go, inner knowledge, yeah, okay, there can be betrayal, there can be trickery, you are just delaying something, so this is not really heavy as an energy. And also the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, yeah, but you have all the means, you see, underneath the surface, everything is aligned, you know what to do, all the instruments, the skills, the ability are here with the Magician, okay? So I think that this reading is really talking about, also I'm using the intuition card because they're very inspiring. It means that you, every knot comes to a comb. I don't know if you know this way of saying, but I usually say that very much because, you know, every hair cannot be straightened, so everything, every trade has its own situation, so it is really common, it's normal, okay, it's normal. I feel you are a little bit agitated, but not that much, so it means that your emotions, when you are looking at your comb situation, okay, are not that harsh with you. So you should, I think the cards are saying you should take your time and go in your way, but in a very slow path, making step by step, trying to understand. Also, we see that we are starting with the Wheel of Fortune, but we are ending with this deeper and inner knowledge. And also with the clarification card, we are starting from this card, okay? And in the middle of it, we have the Hermit that is guiding this situation, but after him we have the changes, and then we have the mastery of the power of command to govern your situation, okay? Okay, so this is all. Just one card from the intuition card, just last advice, okay? Are you going to be a hairdresser or something? I don't know, in this static stuff, this one came out. And I think that these two combined, it means some knots are meant to be straightened, some others are meant to be cut off, okay? Like the hair, they grow back. So keep your time. You're just making, also this is very aesthetical, you see, we're talking about art, it's in the opening. So I really think that, I don't know if your work, if you're satisfied, but I don't see signs that you're not really satisfied. I see many changes and lights that you, and signals that you don't recognize in this moment, that you don't want to see, okay? But you're letting them go. So just maybe also you should cut something out in order to have better opportunities, okay? Okay, so let's read the second pile. It is the letter. If you pick the letter, maybe there is a message for you, a hidden message regarding your work position or situation, career situation, okay? I put it like that. Right there, okay? Let's start with the tarots. Okay, I'm picking, I mean, they pick me, it's not the contrary, actually. What about this working situation? What about this situation? What are the energies for this career situation? We have the Emperor, the Strength card in reverse. Okay, wow, the Chariot. Okay, what about this career situation? What do they really know? What do they need to know? Or what do you really already know, actually? Death card, again, changes in here. struggle also, and victory, by the way. Okay. The Fool. Okay, at the back of the deck, the Sun. This seems to be such a different situation, but we will see. We will see, okay? So, let me start from the Emperor. The Emperor is a very, very prolific card. It means to be productive. So maybe if your question was to quit a job, to keep it, or if you're having something like a promotion, the Emperor, believe me, is for hard working. So if you're working very hard, you know your power, you're very centered, and you are very self-sufficient. So I want to tell you that it's a very particular card because it's saying, and its storytelling is about a young, probably, man that gained the throne. The throne of the emperor is made out of stone, so it's a very stable energy actually, and is talking about someone who didn't inherit the throne, but he built his own reign as a governor with its own forces, okay? And the story goes on by saying that this is a favorable situation, by the way, very, very favorable. The only card in reverse is just the strength card. This is a much more feminine, while on the contrary, the Emperor is a very masculine energy, I guess. Is Mars and Aries, I guess. And this card in reverse, it means that your efforts, you see the results of your efforts, because with the Emperor you're being very productive, very well driven through all this situation in your career, but also a bit scattered, so you are not really, you feel like you are weak, but you are not, because you're starting with the Emperor. Believe me, you are not weak. But you see or you feel yourself like you are weak in this moment, in this particular moment. So your energies are a little bit scattered. You are just a little bit tormented. It's not chaos. It's like many thoughts coming to your way, because it seems to you that you're making efforts, and maybe you feel weak in the actions that you're making, but it's not like that. I mean, there is a lack of confidence, because in here we have a lion that is tamed, and it also means diplomacy. It's a very elegant card, I mean, against all the suspect and the odds, because this is a feminine figure, and she's not just beating the beast, she's waiting, she's just trying to tame the beast actually. So it's a very strong card in this position. And in reverse, it means that you are lacking self-confidence, and you're maybe feeling weak. I see a possible reason for that is because you are struggling. So the Chariot means very victorious outcome actually. So if you're worried about the feeling of feeling weak, do not worry, because with this Chariot card in here actually you're going to embrace victoriously everything you're going to do. So you are very well balanced within your internal yin and yang, that are these horses, and you keep the rein as well. So those two are very practical. This is more spiritual, because she's a she, the figure is a woman holding the reins of the situation. But actually those two cards are talking about very pragmatical situation, pragmatical results. So very, I wouldn't say materialistic, but the outcome is clear in here. You're struggling for something, but you are in control, You are in control. Even though you feel weak, that is in the middle of it, those are just your thoughts, or maybe your perception of yourself. But those two cards, they really are vibrating with the same vibration, I would say, and also with this sun, because actually the Death card is something is ending and something will begin soon, very, very soon actually. And the card means that you are going to the bones of a situation, to the skeleton of a situation, but you are ready to start something new, because you have already done the hard work and you already struggled for your stuff, okay, to come and to have a result in this situation. And with those two cards, the Death card with the Fool is a new beginning, is a, in some deck is the 0 card, in some others there is no number because it is the 0 or it is the 22, but is the one who is connecting the first arcana and the last major arcana. So it's a very, I really like the Fool. I mean, it's like a childish actually attitude. So we are starting with a very wise man and very powerful, and we are ending with a new begin with a child, probably, possibly. But it resonates with me, because after the death there is always a new birth, okay? So this is a sort of rebirth card, only if you accept the condition to let go of something, so to go straight to the point and go straight to the bones, with no other attachments required and needed. So let go of all the other stuff and just feel yourself like the Fool. So jump into the unknown, jump into another situation. So maybe this is talking about a promotion also, because we have the Sun, that is a sort of enlightenment. So it's a success. It means also good connections with a proceeding career. So I think that is really, really positive, actually, this condition, except for the fact that you perceive yourself as weak, okay? But let's go and see the clarification of these five cards, okay? What are the cards for this one? The Emperor. The Devil, okay. What about the Strength in reverse? What about the Strength in reverse? Okay, that is the Word in reverse. You are delaying something. It's you. It's your mental energy, I guess. What about the Chariot for this reading? What about the Chariot? Okay, the High Priest, very nice, very nice. What about the Death card? What about the Death card? Judgment card, okay. And what about the Fool? Just let me shuffle properly another time. What about the Fool for this reading regarding career? The Hermit. Wow. Okay, just let me move the cards in here just a little bit. I don't know if you see the Fool. It was here all the time, actually. Okay, this is the overall energy. Okay, the Sun, I put it right there. So okay, so as I said before, we are starting with the Emperor and we are ending with a new beginning. The Fool card, so is a young child who is putting himself into the unknown by jumping onto a cliff, actually, okay. And those cards are actually very, very good. I mean, let me say, maybe there is a promotion or something. You have the Hangman, so you're following your intuition. So very, very nice, okay. With this Devil, actually, the Emperor is a little bit tricked. So the energy of the Emperor is the main energy. By the way, you feel a little bit captivated, tempted, and also maybe restrained by some rules, some people. I don't know if the emperor it's you, or maybe it's in the hierarchy is your boss or someone, for example, a manager, or some opposing forces. But I see it's in the upright, so it's not really opposing. By the way, the devil card, even though it's upright, it means that it's a sort of, you see, there is the devil who is eating itself, and it's enslaved, is a sort of slavery of the materialistic world. It's temptation, it's trickery, it's illusions. So something around you you may not be very satisfied with your work right now, but it's just a path, and it's going to shine. Okay, I see a delay in here with the word, so it's a sort of limitation. You feel constricted and limited by something with these two cards, actually. Okay, and you feel weak, but you are not, because all the other cards are in the upright. So believe me, it's just your illusion. Okay, maybe the illusion, it's just maybe in the last few days or a few months something very bad happened to you and you have lost your confidence. Okay, but this is just in your head. We are not talking about practical results. So this can be something like a blocking energy, but and a delay. But we have the high priest, we have the judgment. Judgment is also a contract, an agreement, something very pacifical. So maybe you're going to sign a contract, sign an agreement to scale your position. So also with the Hermit, those two final energies, it means that you already are in a path where you know you are destined to something new, to make the leap of faith into something much better for you, maybe. Okay, that can enhance your capacity, your skills, your satisfaction, maybe, because also the devil card is speaking about not being really satisfied with the situation or the position. But I see great success in here. I mean, if there is a delay in success, you can have the word, but it means that you're going to have it, right? Okay. Otherwise, this energy wouldn't have been here. And with this one, the judgment also card means that you are going to have a rebirth, but it can be a rebirth of career, okay? So no matter the temptations, no matter the weakness that you perceive around yourself or maybe within your higher self, is just your state of mind. Because also you have the high priest in here, underneath the chariot. So it's an internal victory. You're very stable with your energies. Okay, so it means a higher calling for you. So you really know what's expecting you, and you are really there to get it with a big change. And maybe this change is, I don't know, something very positive, a new contract, a new agreement. So this is a ceasefire. So it's something like all the bad things have stopped. There is a sort of rebirth. Maybe you're changing just the role, not the company. So, I mean, maybe it's just internal to your company. You're getting higher into a hierarchy, or maybe, I don't know, you're going to have a new contract, maybe a new client, maybe something that is making you gain a more position, higher position. And also as well with this childish, very lively energy at the end, and also contrasting just a little bit, but it's very compatible also because they are at the other side of the moment of life, you know. This Hermit already has all the instruments, all the is very wise man, even though you feel a little bit isolated, because when you make the leap of faith, I mean, we are talking about trust, we are talking about faith, so it's not for everyone, okay? It's just for the people who has the courage to take the risk and to look what's within inside and inside on the top of this mountain, or maybe in a cave, okay, of yourself, and also to make this kind of jump in the outside. So it's going to be very, very prolific for you. Also, you have the Hangman, so intuition, and also the Sun as the energy of the deck. So it's going to really be a very, very luminous, very free path, very enlightened. And also, this is the message for you. You remember that? I will pick up the other card if I'm not doing a mess. With this card too, let us see. You have a yeah, you have. Yeah, I feel more than I think, because this is an intuition card. I feel that there is a change also in the perspective. So maybe in your role, okay. So maybe you're going higher. New contract, you're receiving a message or letter, a contract, an agreement, I don't know, but it's going to be very successful too. Let's see one last card from the intuition card. I really like those readings, by the way. Yeah. Okay. This one may be that you kind of not believe what's happening in here, because one eye is closed and the other one is open. It's like you're dreaming. So maybe this is something you dreamt of. But also I can say that this is the best way to be a dreamer. So with one eye connected into the inside, as it is the conclusion of the reading too, okay? So one eye closed and really connected to a deeper path, okay, to a better knowledge of yourself, of the higher self, and the other one with the Emperor too in the opening, and this child that is the Fool, so where it's jumping down from a cliff, open. So it's going to be very, very funny for you, I guess, too, okay? Hope these resonate. Those are just general reading. So hope you feel something for you, and hear from you next time.